In the last episode, I told you about a vocal bunch of paddlers who got inside my head and tried to convince me that I'm not capable of doing the MR340. Spoiler alert, I'm already winning by getting out there and training every day, by making new friends, and by challenging myself. This summer has been epic. But although I have been disheartened by people who have not come through for me, people who have not been reliable, and people who mock or doubt me, I have also had a surprising number of people show up and support me. My kayak is out in the driveway being loaded or unloaded most days, so I have a lot of conversations with neighbors who ask how my training is going. Plus, other than working, this race is about all I've been talking about all summer, so pretty much my friends and family all know what's up. I took my friend Tracy out the other night to pick up her kayak. We showed up at the store with my trailer. Mine was already loaded on the trailer. We threw hers on, and we went straight to the lake. And as we drove and paddled and talked, she offered to be my crew. And I'm pretty sure that my eyes bugged out because this was the most amazing news I could get. I still hadn't found any crew members before this because who would really want to take a week off of work in August on a steaming hot day to crew for a race that they are not involved in? It takes a special person. So for those of you who don't know, your crew is responsible for being your contact on the land. If something goes wrong on the water, you let them know. They should know where you are at all times. They also meet your boat at agreed upon checkpoints to restock your water, to provide food, to bring medical supplies, or to help fix any things that have gone wrong. My neighbor told me a story about a friend of hers who was in a tandem boat last year, and he dropped his paddle in the water. And so paddler number one keeps on paddling for the two of them, and they called and had a friend buy a new paddle and deliver it at one of the checkpoints. So those are the kinds of things that your crew does for you. It could be anything and everything. Since paddlers keep going throughout the night, the crew's responsible for making sure that we are physically and mentally in a place where we can keep paddling. And they make the decision to pull you off the water if you're hallucinating or if you're a danger to yourself. I've actually heard stories, lots of stories, about the hallucinations that take place at night, and that sounds pretty scary to me. So your crew is really, really important. And this is another reason why the hallucination stories, another reason why I don't want to paddle alone at night. They can also be used to swap out wet clothes for dry clothes, get you your bedding for the night if you plan to sleep, throw you a tarp if it rains, and of course, be overall moral support. So I had found crew member number one, which was amazing because it allowed me to start thinking about the race differently. Instead of planning to pack all of my supplies on my own kayak and wonder who I was going to be able to send supplies with, I had previously thought that we would pack supplies and give them to other friends for their crew to leave on ramps when they're ahead of us. And then that just created a whole bunch of other concerns, like what if that person drops out? What are we going to do with our trash? What if we can't find them? All kinds of things. So this really, really simplifies. Instead of trying to pack all my supplies in my own kayak, now I can start thinking about how to get organized for my crew. Then, at the end of the camping trip that I went on, that I've been talking about, one of my new friends from camping came up to me before he left for home, and he said, I know you already have a crew, but I would like to volunteer to be on your crew if you need more. And man, oh man, this was huge. It's my new friend, John. I met him early in the season. He's at a lot of different Paddle KC events. He's very, very calm and quiet and handy and has a truck and trailers and knows how to fix things. And he's just a friendly and kind person and super reliable. And so I am really excited that he is going to be part of this adventure because I think he also exhibits what it means to be part of a club. Paddle KC should be a group of people that come together and train together and support each other, whether you want to do recreational things forever, if that's your jam, or if you want to do endurance races like the 51-mile race, the shootout I talked about, or the 340, or if you want to do any combination of both. We should all be able to support each other and be friends and just have fun together. So I love what this represents and the friendships and the club aspect. And so now I'm just really excited about having 2 crew members. Sometimes I get discouraged because life seems so hard. Everything about learning how to paddle has been a struggle. I'm going through a divorce, and sometimes that feels hard. I'm having to take on new tasks at home, things that my husband of 32 years handled. So I'm dealing with a lot. And so it's always a great surprise when people show up for me and step in and do things that will make my life easier and will support this adventure and make this adventure easier. I also love the power of community, and I think that that is what a crew represents. That's what training partners represent, is having a community. And I talk about this a lot, but if you want to live a long and healthy life, you need to have friends. You need to eat healthy. You need to have exercise, and you need community. Community is the number one factor that will affect your longevity. And so I love that through participating in the club, participating in activities like this, people are able to get involved at whatever level they want. They can help out other people. They can be involved. They can do long events, short events, casual events. And everybody is hopefully getting their needs met, making new friends, building a community so that we can all live longer and feel better. So that is my story about how I got my crew. In the next episode, I am going to tell you about my first Hump Day 5K. It's a local event that takes place every Wednesday out at Shawnee Mission Park in Johnson County, Kansas. I had been super intimidated, so I faced my fears with the help of my friends and participated last week. So in the next episode, I will tell you all about that. Wherever life takes you this summer, make it an epic adventure.